one of the most critical safeguards of our lives that allow us to live and that we often struggle with is boundaries. A lack of boundaries that often breeds resentment and leads to a chaotic lifestyle. A boundaryless life can easily become a very lonely one, where we can become obsessed with gaining the approval of other people to the extent that we fail to recognize the costs associated with such a pursuit. And we may end up blaming the wrong people for our hectic and demanding lifestyle because we push ourselves since we struggle creating those boundaries. And in turn, we end up having serious consequences down the road. In Parshas Bamidbar, the Torah tells us Hashem instructs Moshe to count all of Bnei Yisrael, count each Shevet, count each tribe, except for one. The tribe of Levi is not to be counted because the tribe of Levi is the legion closest to Hashem, and they are assigned to watch over, to protect the Mishkan. And so as they guard the Mishkan and they guard its vessels, we're told that the reason is because of Bnei Yisrael. What exactly does that mean? They guard the Mishkan because of Bnei Yisrael? What was their role? What were they guarding the Mishkan from? Were they guarding the Mishkan from being damaged? They would put up the Mishkan when the Bnei Yisrael encamped. They would take down the Mishkan when the Bnei Yisrael moved, and then when they encamped again, they would put it back up. The Aron was within the Mishkan. So the tribe of Levi had a lot of work to do. What does this word ki mean? That they were doing this because of Bnei Yisrael. So Shlomo Kluger Zechatzak Levracha questioned this word, the use of this word ki. And this is what he offered. He said that Hashem's concern was not that something would happen to the Mishkan. It wasn't that Hashem was worried that the Mishkan would be damaged. But instead Hashem was worried that the wrong people would end up going into the Mishkan. And the role of Shevet Levi therefore was to protect the sanctity of the Mishkan by ensuring that only those who were permitted to enter certain areas were able to do so, and that the outsider, the Tsar, would not die from mistakenly making the wrong turn. And how apropos to that is that to our lives, that sometimes in life we may become frustrated and even angry at people who may be trying to look out for us. And while Shevet Levi had total control of the Mishkan, they did so not for their own benefit, but for our benefit, namely for our safety, so that the Jewish people did not come to go to the wrong place and did not end up losing their lives. It was this boundary established by Shevet Levi that saved so many other Jews from perishing. And just as the Mishkan needed boundaries, and an entire tribe dedicated to ensuring the implementation of those boundaries, so too we need boundaries in our lives. And we must trust our closest confidants to help ensure our safety, and even trust ourselves that we ensure the application, the implementation of the boundaries that we create for ourselves in whichever way that we create them. And if we do so, then we will truly be able to safeguard ourselves both physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and be able to grow in so many facets throughout our lives. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.